Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to look at 8 essential strengthening exercises you could incorporate to your workout at home or your workout at the gym. You will need some dumbbells. These are weightlifting exercises. Come on. Okay, we are going to begin with the squat, a kind of leg and glute exercise. As you can see then, you want to have your feet hip width apart and your toes and your knees, they kind of point outward, keeping your chest upright, so you keep looking straight ahead. Here's how you don't want to do it. I'm now looking down, and it's making my upper back round, so you don't want to look down for that reason. That's how you do want to do it, is now the correct way, chest up, and you're looking straight ahead. Make these maybe then a bit harder. We could have dumbbells, some weights in each hand, and it's the same thing. The breathing, when you breathe in through the nose, you would bend your legs, breathe out of your mouth as you come up. Breathe in to lower down, breathe out to come up. As you try to keep going, concentrate your kind of leg and your glute muscles. Try to kind of tense and contract them as you straighten the legs. Make this a bit easier. Look, maybe only one dumbbell in the two hands, and then you're going to go squat. Breathing in, come down, breathe out to come up. Can then make that harder, but it would then require at home or at the gym then a kind of barbell. I've used this kind of plank of wood to kind of demonstrate if I had a barbell across my back. Again, very important, I'm looking straight ahead to keep my chest up. So this will be good for our leg muscles, quads and glutes then, okay? Again, breathe in when you come down, breathe out as you come up. The next one will be a lunge then. So I'm going to do a single leg lunge, working only the right leg for now. My heel is underneath my knee and I step back then with the other leg. Again, chest upright. When you breathe in, you're going to lower deeper into that right leg, the leading leg. Breathing out, you then straighten. Breathe in to lower, breathe out to straighten. And that is it. It's a kind of repetitive down, breathing in, breathing out, coming up. Just always make sure your knee doesn't go ahead of the toes on that leading leg. So that's my right leg in the video. My knee won't go over the toes, okay? Could then as well add weights here. So yeah, hands hang down at your sides. Same thing again, double check. Kind of knee begins in line to the heel, because again the knee can't go over the toes. Chest staying upright. Just be aware the back leg, the knee won't touch the ground when you do this, right? There's a slight gap. You don't want to knock the knee into the ground each time. Now here, this is my ideal way of doing the lunge. It's a walk-in lunge, either with or without weights then. So I'm going to swap from leg to leg as I walk forward with the walk-in lunge. That's my right leg now, feet together, and then left leg, feet together, right leg, and then so on. Obviously, only if you have the space then at home or at your gym, you'd be able to do that. Okay, from here, shoulder press then. Arms begin, elbows in line to your shoulders, so you never come lower than that. You can see in the video now, my elbows to my shoulders. So the breathing technique here, when I breathe out, I'm going to push the weights up overhead, breathe in as I lower the arms again, elbows in line to shoulders. This will work shoulders, the tops of your arms. If I had a barbell, again, I kind of make sure elbows in line to shoulders for starting point. When I breathe out of the mouth, pushing up, breathe in through the nose as we lower the weight then. So again, this will work the tops of our arms, our shoulders. When we push up, don't lock your elbows out. You don't fully straighten arms. You don't want to lock your elbows out. That's very important. Try your best as well not to lean backward, okay? Tricep dip. This will work the back of our arms then. So either you could do this, I don't know, on your sofa at home if it's high enough, a coffee table, the end of the bed. Ideally something solid. At the gym, you'd do it on a bench, okay? So my hands are just a bit wider than my shoulders. My back stays close to that bench or chair you're going to do it on. You breathe in, bend in your arms, it will lower the body. You breathe out as you straighten up. And again, you don't want to lock the elbows. That will work the back of your arms. Alternatively, lying on your back, arms point straight up to the ceiling. Your elbows want to point towards your knees the whole time. So look, when I now breathe in, I lower the weight towards my forehead. Breathing out, I then straighten the arms. Breathe in, lower the weight to the forehead. Breathe out of your mouth and you straighten the arms. Again, you wouldn't lock your elbows out. You keep the elbows soft. It's very important. Whenever you do these then, we will make sure our shoulders are fixed. This is how we don't want to do it. I'm now moving in the shoulders and the elbows at the same time. You can see there's a difference now, isn't there, in that technique. So that's the wrong way of doing it. We want to make sure arms point straight up to the ceiling. We breathe in, we lower the weight towards our forehead, only moving the elbows. Breathing out, we then straighten. So the arms can't swing forward and backward, okay? The shoulder joint is fixed when you do those, okay? Now, here we're going to do a bent over row. It will make our upper back muscles stronger then. So we've got to have legs bent, chest is kind of raised, so I'm not rounding my upper back. It's very important. Have a look at my back. My back looks fairly straight, doesn't it? Now, when we breathe out of the mouth, you bring that bar towards your chest, breathe in to lower. So again, breathing out, pull the bar towards your chest, breathe in to lower. So here is how you don't want to look. See the difference? I am now rounding my upper back. That is not what you want to look like. This one, you will feel that across your upper back and your lower back muscles. They are going to work. If you don't have a barbell, well then yeah, with two weights then, either your hands in the grip I'm currently using now, my kind of knuckles are facing forward, or kind of a neutral grip like I've got now, hand kind of pointed more out sideways. Now, push up. You can do this at home, no equipment necessary then. Double check, you begin your hands a bit wider than your shoulders, and maybe we begin then in a full push up first. When you breathe in, you bend your arms, breathing out to push back up. Try not to lock the elbows out here as well. Now these are tough. If you found then these too difficult, you could always try a push up with your knees down in towards the mat instead. Alright? So in a moment, this is it. Knees into the mat, but have the knees kind of a bit behind your hips then. Kind of still makes it kind of challenging. Same thing, when you breathe in, bend your arms, breathe out, you straighten the arms in. Try always have elbows back behind your shoulders, okay? So you don't want to end up with your elbows ahead of your shoulders. It's really bad for the shoulder joints, okay? So elbows behind the shoulders, okay? So don't do what I'm doing now. That is it. I'm coming down, leaning backwards. My elbows are now ahead of my shoulders. That's what you do not want to do. So again, this is how you want to do it. You're leaning slightly forward as you come down, and that will keep you in the correct position then, okay? Okay, here I've adapted it. If we have got the equipment at home or we go to a gym, well then here is a chest exercise that replicates a push-up, but we're doing it lying on our back now instead. So yes, dumbbells in hand maybe as an option. When you breathe out, you straighten the arms. When you breathe in, you lower. You want to make sure here the weights then kind of feel like they're in line to your chest. That's important. So don't have the weights kind of too further down beyond your chest or kind of towards your face. The weights are above your chest. Don't allow your elbows to come any lower than your shoulders. So don't have the elbows down towards the ground. Alternatively, if we had a barbell, we could do a bench press. So you'd have your hands a bit wider than your shoulders on the bar. And the same breathing. Breathe in to bend your arms. Breathe out to then straighten the arms. Then. And again, kind of checking. We don't want to let the bar come too low. The bar wouldn't touch our chest. And look now then here, you can see this is incorrect. The elbows are currently pointing out too wide. That's what we don't want to do. I've now corrected it. My elbows are pointing more out, aren't they? At a 45-degree angle. That would be the correct way of doing this. Okay. Okay. Simple. A bicep curl. So elbows towards your body. They don't want to swing forward or backward. So that's it. They don't go forward and they don't come backwards. They are at the sides of your body. When you breathe out, you kind of curl the weight towards you. Breathe in through the nose as you lower the weight back down. Breathing out, curling the weight towards you. Breathe in through the nose as you lower it down. So this will work your biceps, the muscles in the front of your arms. Then, when you lower the weight, don't completely straighten arm. Keep, like now, look, there's a slight bend, isn't there? And what I'm doing here is what you don't want to do. I'm lifting the weight, but my elbows are coming too high. I'm swinging from the shoulders, which you don't want to do, okay? So go back to how we should do it. Elbows will be at your sides and the shoulders are fixed. You don't swing the weight forward or backward, okay? These ones, every time you lift up, try tensing more in your bicep muscles, okay? Okay. And then if we had a barbell, well then yes, I'd have my hands just a touch wider than my shoulders. And then I'd curl, it's the same thing, breathing out, curling the weight towards you. Breathing in as you lower down then. Okay, our final exercise would be a plank, a kind of good, deeper core strengthening exercise. You're on your forearms, elbows want to be underneath your shoulders. You're then going to be onto your toes and you'd lift your body up to a parallel plank position. So we don't want to have our bum lift either too high away from the ground, and we don't want to have the opposite where we drop our hips then towards the ground either. So you want to make sure, like that I am now, that's how you want to look. Body is parallel to the ground. Every breath out, you try tensing more your tummy, your ab muscles in tighter. Roughly 30 seconds to a minute could be a good time. Here, I've made it easier as an option. You could have your knees down into the mat as you continue then. And okay, I hope you have then kind of found something useful in that video. Those 8 exercises then are basically kind of 8 essential exercises. Ideally, you want to be doing kind of on a weekly basis then to help promote kind of an all-round kind of body, upper and lower strength then for yourself. Thank you very much. If you did enjoy, then yes, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you for watching.